When everybody's looking at these benchmark charts,
They're not looking at smoothness.
well, they're not looking at smoothness, but they're also... Let's take this a step higher, a big picture point of view. You can look at frame rates till you're blue in the face. You can look at, well, this configuration got 60 frames a second, and that configuration got 80, and this got 75, and this... Okay. An AMD FX 8300 will play Ghost Recon Breakpoint smoothly enough. It's not great. It's an old chip. It has its issues. But it is playable. If you wanted to completely play, beat, and finish Ghost Recon Breakpoint on an FX 8300, you could. We'll upgrade to a Ryzen. Let's get a Ryzen 3 3200G. 4 cores, 4 threads. It will run like crap, no matter how it benchmarks. Because the game needs more than 4 threads. It really, really does. There's a video on the channel. I actually did that with a Ryzen 3. Was a 1300X?
I think so.
And it would... Here's the funny thing. The frame rate was fine until it wasn't. I was driving a truck down a hill, and I put the footage in, the video. I was driving a truck down the hill, and it's like, okay, it's not perfect, it's not smooth, but the frame rate is higher than the FX 8300. But about halfway down the hill, it was trying to load the next piece of terrain, because it's an open world game, and so it's in the background, it's trying to load the next section, and the game just stopped for about 1 second, and then it proceeded at like 80 frames a second. The frame rate was higher until it did the pause.
That's really annoying when you're trying to play a game.
Because you're asking the computer to do something it wasn't designed to do. Ghost Recon Wildlands runs great on a 4-core, 4-thread chip. Well, okay, not great. It runs well enough. Breakpoint broke the 4-thread chip. And...
Yeah. Fatal Sharad said he played Ghost Recon Breakpoint on the 8700K with an RX 580 and the game ran like crap. He must be talking to Calvin. Crap.
I'm actually being generous because I'm trying to accommodate the fact that people with budget and older hardware are willing to accept performance less than you and I will. People who have premium machines expect premium performance.
Exactly.
People who are running on 3, 4, 6-year-old machines, people who are running on yesterday's hardware. I mean, the RX 580 has spent a year at $100. Not now, sadly, but it was. People on that hardware, I assume, will accept less than perfect frame times and less than perfect performance.
Well, they have to.
Well, yeah, they do. But I'm saying it wasn't just a matter of bad performance. I'm saying the game ran, and then it froze. And then it ran, and then it froze. It literally ran better on an FX chip than it did on the first-gen Ryzen. And that's not something I see a lot of other reviewers talking about.
No.
Can you imagine how many people are actually saying, oh, yes, getting FX is better than that first-gen Ryzen? But, of course, we're talking about the 8-core FX versus the 4-core Ryzen. So, I mean...
I got a 9590 here for you if you want it.
But the benefit there is that has 8 threads.
That's true.
And how many times have you also heard, especially recently with the whole 6-core versus 8-core argument, it doesn't matter how many cores and threads you have, it's only about the performance. Well, a funny thing happened on the way to that point. That's not always true. It is a lot of the time, sometimes true. But there are situations, there are circumstances where you're asking a machine to do something. See, you have 2 monitors and you had other stuff going on.
I did.
If you had 1 monitor and nothing in the machine in
if
task tray...
If I just had the 27-inch, not the 34.
I don't know. But if your task tray was empty...
Yep.
If you had 1 monitor...
Yep.
And you had nothing running in the background...
Correct.
Exclusive full screen instead of full screen windowed... Or borderless windowed...
Correct.
It probably would have run better... Because you have good hardware. You have an RTX 2080
and 32 gigs of RAM. Yep.
Don't ask your computer to do something it was not designed to do, and you will have a better computer experience. Trying to do, like the gentleman earlier who said, I want to run Flight Sim 2020, I want to live stream Flight Sim 2020, and I want to be able to watch a YouTube video at the same time.
Multitask.
And I want to do it as cheaply as possible. Those statements are not compatible. All the ways that conversation will end are unpleasant. You need to change your requirements or change your budget.
Yep.
It'd be like, I want to drive cross country through the desert.
No, I want to sail from America to Australia on a dinky little catamaran on a rowboat.
I don't know how well this plan was thought through.
Go for it.
I want to fly from
Coast Guard
California to Hawaii in a Cessna 172.
Coast Guard will be picking your ass up out of the water is what they do.